Well, guess what? Guess what, my frosty friends? We are back with more Discord Dungeons and Dragons. Take that, Wanderer. Take that, Wanderer. Yeah, that's right. I went there.
I'm completely naked, and he's alive.
Wait. Wanderer, you gotta open your camera. You gotta let us see.
Okay.
Don't have a webcam.
But okay, but
no OnlyFans now.
In all seriousness, though, what is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercast Ice, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Soul Heirs, specifically with Tiny, Wanderer, Herma, Stray, and Wow. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, intrepid adventure.
I had a great time, guys. That was a great session. See you all next session.
Damn. All right. Also, hi, Audrey. Welcome to the chat.
Hello.
What did you join into? It's a long story. You see, over 5 years ago, I decided to start up my own YouTube channel.
A long time ago in a galaxy
far away.
God, it feels like it.
Oh, I know. I literally just today. Yeah, Jurassic Park. No, Star Wars. Jurassic Park. Let's go. No, no. You know what? Yeah, it never really sunk in until today. Oh gosh. Oh, my OneDrive just decided to tell me stuff. Anyways, I got my 5-year badge with Game Jolt today.
Cool.
Basically, it means I've been a member I've had my own account on Game Jolt for over 5 years and been playing games from Game Jolt for over 5 years.
What the fuck is Game Jolt?
Game Jolt is just is the older version of Itch.io. It's basically where you would go to find indie games, and I still use it to find indie games because, I mean, I played some really. That's where I met Matt for the first time.
I miss him.
I miss him too. He still does. He does videos and streams on his channel.
I know. I don't watch them.
I pop in just to say hi to him and everything.
I don't speak
Portuguese.
that. I wanted to say Brazilian, but I didn't think that was correct.
Brazil doesn't have their own language. They speak either Portuguese or Spanish.
That's why I said that wasn't correct.
I mean,
Why they're just like horse.
Anyway.
I imagine Brazilians have their own accent to their Portuguese. That might as well.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Yep. A little bit like how Mexico has their own thing on Spanish.
all Spanish speakers have their own accent.
You have a good night. You have a good night, Audrey. Also, hi, Nevin. It's been a while.
yeah, all over there.
Same with Asians, right?
Well, I mean, America, depending on where you go. I mean,
English too. Especially, just everything.
In Asia, there's several hundred languages.
It's true. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
Not
so
more.
Asia encompasses like half of the continent.
Just speak one language.
Stray.
What?
Stray.
Asia is the
Yeah,
continent.
I realized it as soon as I said
I
it.
figured you did, because
I thought it was my brain was like, no wait, is it a region or is it an actual continent?
No.
Like at least 2 billion of the world's population.
Stray,
Yeah.
do not feel bad. About to say, I feel that so hard. Trust me.
Russia's its own continent.
I mean, Russia
Russia
could
isn't
be.
Asian.
Yeah,
Russia's
practically, Russia is huge.
It's ridiculous. But then again, Siberia is also mixed in there, and there's a lot of unlivable land. But
And it's like
Yes,
mostly
they have a smaller population than America.
especially Georgia, because they actively like pick up and move the border. Like, there's a story of this town which was on the border of Russia and it was in Georgia, and then overnight they became a Russian town.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
all right, but with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some D&D because
Yes. Into
Well,
actual
you don't
D&D and
need
not
to run
politics.
Russia.
semantics. Moving on.
Well, it's not politics. Why was that?
D&D is politics.
I mean, in a sense, yes, D&D is its own form of politics, and
Fair
also and also, Stray, seceding or joining into a different country is absolutely political.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Yes, that's true.
So,
Well, I don't guess that's true. That's true.
In your defense, there is factors into that. But while we go ahead and get back and find out what happened last time on D&D. the Solaires, decided to split the party. And it could not have gone worse, except for it went pretty decently. As Henrik, Blue, and Kazir decided to try to get some more information and cause a little bit of mayhem and get some messages out to some allies, only to find out that there's more magic afoot than they had saw coming. Between a ward that seems to be going along a giant like dome-like ward going over the city, finding out about that seems to be kind of taking the shape of anti-magic, but specific? Hard to say. We had one decide to blow up certain sections of a wall, one leading a guard to their absolute destruction, and another watching one getting mauled to death. But
one that blew up a few.
Exactly.
Fireball.
I was about to say, but mission success either way. While that was going on, the other members of the party, Belwraith, Alosa, and Garnan, went from one ward to the other, moving from the the Enlightened Ward to the General Ward into the Draconic Ward, and upon going into the Draconic Ward, was able to sanction safety with the Temple to Bahamut, granting them a secure place to sleep and some pretty decent protection. Belwraith, trying to take advantage of a situation that was happening, was able to talk to one of the current cardinals of Avor, and finding out more about what he had saw coming. An odd Triton, but seems to be an ally, at least from first glance. And
yeah, we love the gays here. Sorry.
Wow. Wow. But
I would like to report a hate crime.
Oh, and one other thing I forgot to factor in. Half of the party, half, if not all the party, realizing Drow are somehow involved, but only Blue knowing the house sigil, looking very familiar than it was prior. But we're gonna go ahead and sync back into the party, specifically Blue, Henrik, and Kazir. You guys were heading out of the Enlightened Ward into the General Ward. That is hilarious, Nevin. But to say, we actually had a similar situation, except for it was a cart and a boulder. And not to get into specifics.
The horses.
Oh, I did that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
But
I bet Bib still has
I
nightmares.
left for 40 seconds and chaos ensued.
exactly. But Henrik, Blue, and Kazir, you guys had just left the Enlightened Ward, heading into the General Ward. Were you guys gonna directly head from the General Ward to the Draconic Ward?
Taking a winding road. So,
Kind of taking your time a little bit.
yeah.
All right.
I'll
Still
be right.
moving at a
We need to
decent
go
pace.
shopping for something.
I'll be right back.
That's
Go
okay.
grab some input energy.
that's when we have the other people in the
Oh,
party.
okay.
Because Belray's the only person who knows where we need to go.
Oh yeah, good point.
This is true. You do know that it is in the Draconic Ward, though. You do know that for a fact. Because because I remember distinctly when you guys split up, I asked Belwraith if he would tell the rest of the party that was separating if they knew where they were going, which he did mention they were heading to the Draconic Ward. Not where in the Draconic Ward, but the Draconic Ward.
I meant he knows where the shopping place is.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyways, to the Draconic.
All right. So kind of taking some side routes and everything. You finally make your way to where there seem to be two Dragonborn, basically, guarding the area, and they kind of give you a stop and go, "Halt. What business do you have in the Draconic Ward?"
Our business is coming here, meeting a few friends that should have came this way. Talking to some higher ups.
I see. You were speaking of the other non-dragon folk that had come into this area earlier.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right then. If you are not here to cause any problems, we will welcome you. But please be careful of any of our ill-scaled.
Should I roll to see if Blue knows what that is?
But I say you can go ahead and roll a. You can go ahead and roll a. Well, I mean, what would this be? You can't.
Intelligence, I think.
I would guess that's technically
History.
Yeah, I would about to say. I would probably say it would be a history check because you've never. You haven't. You're not seeing it firsthand. So it technically is intelligence check, but it's specifically history.
Fair enough.
Okay. Plus 7. Alright, that would be a 23.
All right, 23. You have heard this term being used before. Yeah, exactly. But I say you have heard this term used before. Typically, Dragonborn don't really have like per se illnesses that go amongst their people. They typically call anybody who gets sick amongst their race to be called ill-scaled. It's not a sense of like it's not a derogatory term. It's more of a hey, like we show respect to you, you show respect to us. Please be careful of those who we have sick. But I say so without seeing it firsthand, you unfortunately can't like determine what could be ailing them. But ill-scaled is just a more common term for someone a Dragonborn who is sick.
I think a Blue can make a guess.
No.
Just must be cold.
But either way, they will open up the gate for you guys to be able to enter the ward. Which, again, walking into this, you're seeing a completely different style of life. But I say different style buildings. The roads are a little bit more put together. A lot of lanterns, like a lot of hanging lanterns and everything. But I mean, it is still it seems like a normal ward. But I say people talking, people moving. They do dress a little odd in comparison to most people, but other than that, everything seems to be nice.
Blue looks around a bit. I haven't seen this much dragon worship since I visited the church of what was it, Sapphire Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
That was a while ago.
That was back in Makanali.
Yeah. Okay, let's go find our friends.
All right. So I guess I'll ask this. Do you guys just want to start looking around? Are you guys going to try to track someone down and ask, like, for directions? What would you guys like to do?
Heading to the place that looks most important.
Well, there's actually a couple places that look pretty important. Roll me a, I guess in this case, an investigation check.
Okay. Jesus Christ. That's my 24.
A 24. So basically, you kind of take a look around, and there are a couple of buildings that look pretty important. One looks to be a very, very nice looking inn, but I say not as good as say, not as good as the one you guys caught the two Knights of Avor in, but still a fairly nice inn. It seems to be bustling, a decent amount of business going on in there. Those are my Sokoku notes. I need to switch out of that and go into my Pats Down notes. Here we go. It's not the Magenta Leopard, but it's a nice looking inn. But to say, you do see that there is a very nice, very well taken care of church to Baphomet. Bahamut, not Baphomet. I corrected myself. Goddamn, if this was Baphomet, whole different situation.
We're gonna die.
I was about to say.
God, that would be cursed. The church to Baphomet. Oh, fuck.
I'm about to say, there would just be, like, either Garnan would have burned that building to the ground, or Garnan would be hanging from that building.
Yeah, completely understandable.
I wouldn't get in a fist fight with all the clerics.
Get over here! No, anyways, no, it was very well and taken care of church to Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. You do see there are a couple of, like, nice-looking taverns. And you do see another church, too. One that you don't quite recognize.
Alright. Well, I can't really use magic as an idiot finder, so let's go find a friend.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so, yeah, any particular building you're gonna go looking in, or again, are you gonna ask somebody, go like, hey, have you seen people that look like us?
People that look like us. I'm gonna ask if they've seen someone who looks like Alosa.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But I say you go up to one of the guards. It seems to be a bronze dragonborn, and they kind of give you a look, going, Oh, yes. I believe I did meet someone like that. But last time I checked, they went to the church. They went into. Oh my gosh, what is the name of that church? The Shimmering Scale, the cathedral over there.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Make sure you stay out of trouble. Be indoors before nightfall.
We know. Thank you for showing concern.
Yeah,
Not exactly a well taking care of city at the moment, but we in the Draconic Ward like to keep each other in check.
Understandable.
You stay safe and have a good day.
Thank you very much. All right, so you guys head towards the Shimmering Scale.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah.
So just a quick rehash of what it looks like. A very nice looking building. It seems to be like marble and literal platinum on the building, like kind of etched into the architecture. It's very nice looking, but but for Henrik and Blue with your, kind of, and I would say Kazir, because you guys have been around some nice buildings in the cities, and even in Westray, you guys saw how nice those buildings were. Someone literally could just cut this section out of the church and live off of it. That is how much platinum is on this building.
Holy crap.
That is Blue's current exact
God.
Well, less of that, and more of how much booze could I buy from this?
A lot of very nice booze. Even the main would have a hard time passing this up.
Enough to kill him.
There is enough platinum on this that you could kill someone with it.
Facts.
But either way, do you guys approach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You guys go in. They don't seem to have any problems with you going into the church. Basically, you do see a dragonborn kind of sweeping, and they just kind of give you a notice of like, please treat this place with respect. This is the home of the Platinum Dragon.
Yeah, we don't want to enter someone's home and.
But
Rich. God. I'm trying to figure out how Kazir would feel about this. Part of him, never mind.
I mean, I guess a good question would be, how much do you guys know about the Platinum Dragon?
Can I roll?
Yeah, that would be a religion check.
I'll use my real dice. 6.
I think Henry could know the
Dice
very
and-
bare-bone basics.
But I say, I
Platinum
don't remember
Dragon-
what my You
Platinum
said religion
Dragon
or
good.
history?
it would be a religion check.
Just checking. Plus 1, so
15.
Kazir knows shit. It's 7.
7. All right,
Yeah.
so similar.
15.
So similarly to Henrik, Kazir, you'd kind of know the basics, but I say you've heard of Bahamut because of the fact that he's one of the most, next to Tyr, he is one of the most prayed to gods in all of the realm. He is like basically the deity of justice, and basically he works with the deity Torm, who is the god of law.
Ah.
But for Blue, who with a 15, you know a bit more. Bahamut is basically one of the twin gods of all dragons. Basically, Bahamut looks over his children, which is the metallic dragons and the metallic dragonborn. But to all races does he show respect and concern as long as they follow justice. Everything is fair and good in the world. Next to the much more evil side of the spectrum, which would be the Tyrant Queen, or otherwise known as Tiamat, who is the draconic god of the chromatic scales. But Bahamut is very fair and very good.
Either this god absolutely loves me, or probably wants me dead. Kill 3. Right? 3?
Hmm?
Yeah, 3.
3.
Just,
Just the number 3.
dragons. We killed 3 dragons.
Oh, you mostly chromatic. You're fine.
They were all chromatic. It's fine. They love me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're fine.
And they were all assholes.
It's true. They were terrible people.
It was self-defense, we swear.
Well, technically the
Except-
first one
ex-
but is a little wiggle
about
on
to say.
self-defense.
I was about to say, except for the first one, we broke into their home and stabbed them.
But then again, it was kind of, we were paid to clear
It
out
was
the
self
so yeah.
vengeance.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean, it wasn't
fine.
their home. They moved in, snuck
Yeah.
in.
To be fair, I mean, the first dragon was starting a cult with kobolds, so I mean, I feel like you guys did the world a favor.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one. Isn't that right, Spider-Man?
Tell him, Peter. Apparently, everyone gets one. Bingo. But anyways, so once again, you just a quick synopsis of this very nice looking cathedral hall. It seems it's very well taken care of, polished walls, and you're walking to essentially the room of where they do prayer and services. But while in there, I guess I should ask this of the rest of the party: would you guys be in the prayer room, or would you continue to be off on the side room?
We'd probably still be in the side room.
Okie dokie. Just figured I'd ask that just in case you guys would bump into him in the main cathedral hall.
Yep.
Who's ready to party?
Yes, that.
But for you guys who are in the cathedral hall, Henrik, Kazir, Blue, you see a silver dragonborn who seems to be kind of just going through some papers near where the head person would speak, and they kind of look at you and go, "Oh, more guests. Hello. A pleasure to see you. Is there anything I can help you with?"
Yeah, we're looking for a couple of friends who should have came around here.
Oh, you are the, would your friend be the one, very tall and blue?
Yeah.
Yes.
A woman about age, all, kind of whitish black hair.
That'd be correct.
And, the other gentleman, with our tiefling friend.
No, he's not with
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
He wasn't really supposed to show his form, but yeah.
Here in the shimmering scale, illusions are a fickle mistress. But
Fair enough.
But either way, come along. I will bring you to your friends.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And which, for the sake of brevity, you guys, the party is now one again. As you walk into the side hall where you see
Reunited and it feels so good. Sorry.
reunited. But
Set a couple nukes at the wall.
whoa. But Belwraith, Garnan, and Alosa, you guys all see Blue, Henrik, and Kazir walk into the side chamber.
What's up?
It seems I found your friends.
Yeah.
Eric nods. It seems you have.
Garnan's like half asleep right now. His head's like lolled back, his mouth is kind of open.
I'm gonna shoot Garnan.
He fucking dies.
Not shoot him a dirty look. Shoot him.
What you doing sleeping? It's still in the early afternoon, right?
Yep,
Can
early.
Henrik use his jug of alchemy to put pepper under Garyan's nose?
I mean, you could.
Put acid down his trousers.
They all laughed at me, and this is when Belray pulls out his Glock.
Just like a Glock 18.
But
Kind of has a Glock.
so, now that you're all reunited, what would you guys like to do?
Is the priest gone?
He will, if you wish him to be gone, he will respect your guys' privacy, and he will go back to what he was doing, which was taking care of the main chamber.
Y'all want him to stay or keep him around?
Yeah. It's up to the priest. If you would not have deniability if you stay, though.
That is true. I will leave you to your own devices. I have things to take care of.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But if there's anything the Shimmering Scale can help with, do not be afraid to ask.
Of course.
And the same goes for you.
Absolutely. I would expect nothing less. and you watch as he makes his way out of the room.
That's true.
Once the door closes, Blue looks at Barrett. This is bad.
What?
So, we found out that there are drow everywhere. And they're not just like normal drow. So you guys remember that monarch that we killed for the Thieves Guild quest?
No.
Barely.
Well, these are the drow from her, city.
These are the bad crap. That
Ah.
was not at all cute. What? Sorry.
Just somewhere in Otharia, Karik sneezes.
So I found out that there are a bunch of those types of drow around. Two, there is a massive, pretty much bubble around the city of anti-magic. And three, three, what is that? Three, I managed to go out of the wall and make contact with a bunch of friends. Once the anti-magic circle goes down, Bimp and Knuckle will be able to come here as soon as possible, and the others are trying to get together people to come here. Also, we might have exploded a few things.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Yep.
The fuck did you do?
So you know the thing of a bag of folding?
What? You can do that?
Yeah, it would just be a bag of holding inside of a bag of holding. That's...
Well, if you put a... You know what? I'm gonna step back. You try and do that. Don't actually. If you put a bag of holding inside another bag of holding, it'll just kill everything within 10 feet of it.
Why would it? That doesn't make any sense. It would just be a bag of holding inside of another bag of holding.
Belric, you can try it out if you want.
This is out of character. I'm not talking as Belwraith. This is out of character.
Because you're putting a portable dimension inside another portable dimension.
You're a
Two
portable,
dimensions inside each other. You're like putting a black hole inside a black hole. They're gonna hit each other, create another
portable
black hole.
dimension. We're in a dimension right now, so there's already there's already a dimension in a dimension.
With your technicality.
Look,
Going deeper. It
Alright,
doesn't.
this is a magic world of dragons. We don't need your logic.
Different kind of dimension.
Right?
You have a good one, Nevin.
This is like asking what the fourth dimension is.
Well, I did that, and we killed a few of the drow.
You. We've been here
What's
for
the
like 3 days.
Yeah.
We have killed. Actually, no one.
No, Garnan killed that one guy in your family's house.
Oh right, yeah,
yeah.
no, we
Yeah.
have people.
We killed those guys.
Like,
Yeah.
mine was just a simple mistake. Whoops, I ended
Yeah.
someone's life. No, you just... Okay.
We're very
Very bad at keeping people alive.
yeah.
Hey, we've kept
Yeah.
like 4 of them alive. It's fine.
We're quite prone to violence.
Violence solves so much.
It seems
Yep.
to, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, diplomacy also solves a lot. That's what I'm here for. But violence is nice.
Speaking of
We
violence,
suck at this.
We've been doing good so far.
Raises his
That is
eyebrow.
I mean, could have been a lot worse.
We ain't dead yet.
I mean, true.
I'd like to keep it that way.
And so
But
far,
you
we
have
haven't killed
died.
anyone innocent.
Besides,
Maybe not as a party.
What did you do?
Another time. Maybe when I'm a lot more drunk.
hey, I have
Yeah,
a lot of alcohol. We can get you fixed up real quick.
I
This is
also
a
have lot of
church.
alcohol. Yes,
This
I
is
have
a church.
alcohol.
Let's get
And they
drunk
have
in the
wine
church.
in church. That's alcohol.
We'll worry about that later.
Anyways, did you get
I'm
a
not
sing-
even religious and I know the moral code
Hey, my god is the god of parties. We drink in that church, okay?
here. This is the one of Platinum Dragons.
I mean, maybe
Well, I
the
know-
platinum dragon likes alcohol.
What I know of the Platinum Dragon Church does wine.
You would know that the Platinum Dragon does have their own religious ceremonies. Wine is something that is inside of the church. They typically do it during the metallic festivity, which is a special day that in which there is a reverence to the Platinum Dragon. Basically, it's not to get too nerdy, but essentially, but we're playing D&D. Essentially,
Not to get too nerdy, pushes up glasses.
well, I'm wearing my glasses, so I mean fair. In
Nerd.
the springtime, in the springtime, there is what is known as the metallic festivities, which is a day of remembrance in which the Bahamut had helped seal the gate that closed the abyss. Essentially, that on that day they do celebrate by drinking various kinds of wine. Wine is something that is respected in the church. Just they prefer it if you don't,
Moderation.
get smashed in the church.
In the church. We can do it outside
enough.
the church. And then come in
I
the
go
church.
in the church.
No, they prefer it.
They prefer
Doesn't mean we can't.
Anyways,
Best to stay
Logic.
sober on this.
We'll get wasted after. Anyways, did you get a sing today?
Oh yeah, we can stay here.
Sweet.
Good.
We will have to help out around whenever they ask, though. But
Yeah, that's
Easy enough.
I'm sure that'll be no problem for our big bard over here.
I have magic. Jazz hands.
Why did you audibly say jazz hand? You're very strange.
Hey, I take pride in being strange.
you also did not do jazz hands. You just said jazz hands. So
I know, it's really weird.
Sidebar though, did anybody else just imagine Blue walking into the Great Cathedral Hall with a vacuum cleaner?
No.
Because that's where my brain
Not-
went to.
Not
No, but now
particularly,
I can't.
no.
Hey, you know what? You know how to clean really quick. Just open a gate to the astral plane.
Oh,
What is with you in the astral plane today?
Cleans everything in a 10-foot radius.
nice one.
Just like a claymore.
what is a claymore? The sword?
Yeah, it's a type of sword.
Yes.
It's actually
Claymore?
a very, very pretty type of sword.
Yes, I know.
Also a bomb, because bombs are fun.
One of my favorite.
Also, the mine type claymores have range of like, I think it's like 100 meters that shrapnel can go out to.
Claymores aren't that big, silly.
Okay, get into pulling us back. Pulling us back.
Alright.
Let's get back to the story.
Alright, do you know where we can find the lily place? So we can get like time to jump.
Hold on. You have been like bugging out for me really badly this entire session. Can you say that one more time for me, please?
Do you know where we can find that lily place so we can get diamond dust and junk?
I would, yes.
Yes, you would know.
Yes, I do.
But I say, but
And
let the DM pull up his notes real quick.
I would give directions.
Yes, you would know that.
We get there, magic!
Teleport over
Fast travel.
You would know that the Timid Lily is actually would be past the Draconic Ward, and it would be in. Oh gosh, hold on. Of course I didn't put this. Here we go. Okay, it would be. Oh no, it would be in the Dragon Ward. It would be in the most. So it would be in the most southern part of the Dragon Ward. But I say because the because the Dragonborn have more of an akin and love for alchemy and more love for herbalism. It seems like the church not really much of a fan.
Do I know who owns it?
Yes, you would know that the Timid Lily was owned by a man named Garmel. He is a human.
Garmel? Like
Yeah,
that?
Garmel. Garmel.
Yeah.
He is.
Keyword was.
Yeah, last time you checked though, but it has been some time since you've been here.
What's his last name?
Oh,
E.
shut up.
Garmel E?
No, not Garmel E.
Garmealy.
No, he is not. This is not the character from Critical Role. Stop. It is a man named Oh gosh. Nope. That's the General Ray.
Has no.
Here, no last name. It's just Garmel. No. But I see is Garmel. Oh God, why did I put this name? Monterell.
Garmel.
Wait,
Garmel.
another. Hold on.
Montreal?
Another Gar name.
Garmel Monterell. Hold on. Let me take a look at the Discord so I can read this. Hi Storm, I love you too. There you go. Yeah.
Alright.
It's but
Montreal?
it's an AL instead of an EL.
Ew, it's like French. We can't talk to him.
Montreal.
Yeah, and that sounds like Montreal, which is the capital of Quebec, which is fucking disgusting.
Moving on.
What, you don't like my hatred of the Quebecians?
Xenophobia.
Listen here, Canadian. Calm down.
Take back. None of you can stop me.
I don't want to. It's funny. Let's go.
But yeah, you would know the timid lily would be in there, in that area. Yeah, about to say. But yeah, for you, Belwraith, you would know where that is, and you would know how to get there. What a goofy name. You shush, Audrey. Don't you sass me from the chat.
Are we going there now?
I mean, we got nothing better to do.
I suppose. Oh, stand up.
Alright.
And begin lighting the way.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
So you guys leave the shimmering scale, and you guys start making your way down to the southern section of the Draconic Ward. Which one's
Making your way down south. Sorry.
going fast? Faces passenger, not homebound.
The land of traders.
Yep, about to say you start making your way, and you see that there are, again, just very nice looking streets, well taken care of buildings. But however, Kazir and Blue, with your guys' passive perception, as you kind of start going down the streets, you do see, similarly to what it was in the Enlightened Ward, you do see some people on what appear to be stretchers, like military cot beds. You see Dragonborn, about to say chromatic and metallic. But the thing is this looks different. As you look at the, like, normally you're used to, like, the splotches. You're used to how that looks. For the Dragonborn, it seems to be coming from underneath their scales, and it's kind of like secreting outwards.
Ew.
Picture it like you. So you guys know how the description of inflict wounds is basically like your veins go black.
Yeah.
Picture that, but it's almost like it's coming out of the scales.
Ew.
I don't wanna.
Sexy. I mean, bad.
But say,
Now you said it. You're cheating on all those
and
stuff.
normally they look, and normally for people with the abyssal plague, they seem to be like suffering. They seem to be under, like, you know, they feel ill. These Dragonborn look like they're in pain, like a lot of pain.
I mean, it makes sense.
Dang.
Scales are being ripped off.
You do see similar, but you see some individuals who look remarkably familiar. You see people wearing Plague Doctor outfits. They are not Dragonborn. These people appear to be human.
That we can see because they're in Plague Doctor.
Yeah, it would be really hard to tell what they were.
That is true, but they don't have like the massive. They don't have the mask hasn't been compensated for a massive snout, so you can tell they're not Dragonborn.
They're Plague Doctor.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But I mean, like, they could be elves, warlock. I'm not warlock.
That is true, but it's a
So
humanoid.
they could be like humans or pricks or something else.
Humanoid in nature.
Guys, it's
That's what you
Baphomet.
think. It's actually those are actually some bugbears in there.
They're really tall plague doctors.
And they got
With
some
really
extremely
long
lanky
arms.
arms.
God, you guys are acting like that freaking short for Unexpectables, where it's just like we could go through the forest, the alleged forest. Yeah, the alleged forest. Alleged forest. Those are only allegations. You can't prove that's a forest. Those trees are circumstantial. Same. Yeah. Say, and then just from the background, it's like, we're actually a glide. And just, it slays me. But anyway, moving on. It does take you guys a bit, but you do see that as you're passing by. And after a while, you do see what appears to be a very beautiful looking building that seems to have various kinds of trees growing around it. One in particular looks very pretty, as is appears to because it's wintertime. Most of the trees' leaves have fallen off because obviously as winter comes. But in this case, one of the trees still seems to have its feathers. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Shush. But as they seem
A tree feather.
exactly. See, Stray, you're not the only one. But one tree seems to be holding its leaves a lot better, and it seems to have various kinds of yellows, browns, and oranges hanging out to its last breath. You do see a sign hanging out on the front of it that does say the Timid Lily.
How the hell do you spell that?
The timid lily.
No, the happy.
You just enter in parentheses Popeye noises. Thank you, Stray,
Okay,
for
I'll
getting
shut
that.
up No, I got it too. I didn't say anything.
But yes, you do see a sign on the outside that says the timid lily.
No,
Alright,
it says Popeye. It says Popeye noises timidly.
Alright, let's go inside.
All right. As you walk in, you just hear as there does seem to be a bell hanging up as you open the door. And what you see on the inside is probably one of the few buildings that has plants growing inside. Like, and not just like one like house plant. There's about like 30 plants growing in this building. All different sizes, all different colors.
Is this how I remember it?
Yeah, this is exactly how you would remember it.
I want to see if I can find the countertop.
All right. It takes you a little bit to go through the jungle that is this person's shop. It's a relatively decent size. Just for you guys, just for mine's sake, picture the room being about like 40 feet wide and about 35-40 feet in length. So it's a pretty wide room.
200 feet tall.
Yes, obviously. No, the ceiling's probably about like 12, 13 feet. If you were a Goliath, you could probably touch the ceiling.
Yay.
Garnet,
As everyone goes in, Garnet's gonna hang back a little bit.
absolutely. But for you, Belwraith, you kind of go through and you do see where the countertop is, and you do see an individual with an individual human with brown hair, trimmed beard, not a heavy beard, and you see him. He's kind of watering some plants, and he kind of gives you a look. Oh, pleasure. Welcome to the Timid Lily. How can I help you today?
Is this Gargamel?
Yes, this is obviously Gargamel from the Smurfs.
Yes. Gargamel Montreal?
Yes, I am Gargamel.
No, that's not in character. Hold on.
No, you read your mind.
Garmel, not Gargamel.
I am.
No, this is Garmel.
But how? My name is Garmel. How can I help you today?
And just a little bit more out of character information. No, I'm saying this in character, of course. Out of character information, do I have any history with this person, or do I just...
Very little. The church never really liked going to the Timid Lily because the Timid Lily is about making potions for healing and curing diseases and doing all that. Whereas, like, that's the point of the church, is to heal people, cure diseases. Essentially, picture it like a classic viewpoint of, like, how the church feels about developing science.
It doesn't like it.
Yeah, it's very much like, why would you turn to using potions that cost money when you could just ask us for help and we'll heal you?
What if the gods abandon you?
Okay. He will not drop his disguise then. And he'll say, we're looking for spell ingredients.
Oh,
Spell
spell components? Well, I mean, we do have various kinds. Is there anyone in specific you're looking for?
diamonds. Or, well...
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to tell you this. We are sold out of diamond dust and diamonds. The church, one of the churches, one of the Knights of Abor came in and did a collection.
Do you know who?
Ooh. Let me think for a moment. Let me check my records. As he does flip open his... He flips open a ledger. Hold on one second. I gotta check my own DM notes to see who did it. Here we go.
I'm ready to hear a name I hate.
Seemed to be, oh, yes. Here we go. A Sir Sigmund. He, came in to pick up the diamonds and diamond dust. He came in with a bit of a limp. I did offer him some medication for it, but he seemed hesitant. I don't know why they took them, but he did pay for them in full, so I didn't have any problem selling. Is there anything else I can help you with? Healing potions, potions for surviving in harsh environments, maybe some recipes for antidotes of various kinds.
One thing that comes to mind would be a revival potion.
Oh, well, we do make those. They're a bit harder to do. However, we do happen to have one in stock if you are looking for it. And
How much would it?
He does pick up what appears to be kind of a rainbow-colored potion, which one person in this party would recognize this kind of... One person in this party would... a person in this party would recognize this kind. That would be Henrik, because you have the alchemy. You have an alchemy. You are trained in alchemy.
Sorry.
What
You
is
would...
that?
Oh, this is a potion of revival. This is if you were to give this to someone before they're too gone from this from their mortal coil, you'd be able to resurrect them.
Okay. It's fine. I thought it was something else. If it was something else, we wouldn't be having this conversation now.
Well, fair enough. But either way, this is a rather difficult potion to make. It is a kind of... It also, the church doesn't exactly like me selling these kind of things. But you can...
Church doesn't like a lot.
You're
How do you
not...
make them?
Oh, you would use... Hold on one second. I gotta pull up the ingredients for this. I have to go into my alchemy table.
Buddy here gets the ingredients. You can replicate it.
Well, you see, how you make it is he'll basically go and talk to you about the process of how to distill certain ingredients on how to do it, but he basically says there are 3 ingredients that were key to making this. One is relatively easy to get. Basically, you would need just your standard like lily leaves, seems to be a thing with him. You would need to get roots of a Hansai plant. And typically, he recommends using the blood of a magical creature, specifically Fey blood.
Hey, let's bleed Garnan to death.
Garnet.
No. Nice try. Direct Fey, not Fey adjacent.
Alright, let me type up a pixie character real quick.
Wait.
Isn't that Alosa?
Alosa is
She's not Fey, she's celestial.
I'm about to say Alosa is celestial.
Yeah, I realized that as soon as I said it.
You wouldn't admit
I mean,
You could bleed her, but she wouldn't like that.
I saved that elf guy. Let's go bleed him.
Oh, I apologize. I think you misunderstand. Elves, nothing like elves and people of that. Not them. You would need someone a bit more direct. What were their names?
Like a satyr? Or
Satyr would be one that could definitely work. Probably.
pixie? Wait,
Pixies don't exactly. Pixies don't exactly have the amount of blood you need to make the potion. It would kill the creature, but I mean, I guess possibly you could, but it's one of those situations that you'd have to be.
so if we found
How
an
much-
evil pixie.
I mean, that would work. I would recommend.
How about a hag?
I would typically stay away from using things from the darker courts of the Feywild. Hag blood can alter them. Do you know what it means to be? What are they called? Have you heard of Hagborn?
No.
X-blood?
Yes, that's correct. Thank you. You are a rather interesting fellow. But you seem to
I'm an
know.
alchemist.
Oh, I could see it on your face. You seem to be very well acquainted. Where did you do your training?
At the Artificer Guild.
Oh.
Pardon me, how much would this potion cost?
Oh, apologies. For a potion of this caliber, because of what it does, you're looking at about 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay,
Fuck.
how long until someone's fully dead and
This
administered?
this potion, as long as it's administered before a minute before they basically essentially works the same way as the revivify spell. The difference is that you don't need a diamond for this, and you don't need a spell slot for this.
Who's going to put down 1,000 gold? I'll take it.
Oh, absolutely. And would you like a gift wrap?
Can could we be able to pay extra to keep this off the books?
I don't see why not. No money required. I assume there was something suspicious going on with the church buying all my diamonds. Plus, also, I'd rather not admit to selling stuff like this.
Don't worry, we're not on good terms with church either.
Well, unfortunately, with the work I do, as he refers to all the various different kinds of plants, I'm not exactly in their good graces either.
Well, are you curious enough to think of why they are buying up all the diamonds, or would you prefer to
the thing
not know that?
The thing is that I don't quite understand why they would. I mean, I can understand why. I mean, the church have using diamonds and diamond dust for their various spell components. I'd assume they're.
Did you just cut out?
Yeah, he cut out.
Did I cut out? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Church must be using.
The church must be using them for either there must be a crusade going on, or possibly a demonic threat. I could see various reasons for them purchasing it. It seemed very abrupt, though.
Well, it was probably trying to keep it away from the hands of the people. Have you noticed anything weird with the paladins?
Oh, the paladins have always had their issues with me. Being a man of my nature, studying the alchemical and using magic to augment and change things. We're not exactly on speaking terms. They do buy potions from us from time to time, which is at least refreshing enough to acknowledge that.
I more meant them not being able to see the sick people.
Oh, yes, I have noticed that. A lot of my neighbors here in the Draconic Ward, you've seen the ill-scaled. I have been making potions and stuff to help them with their situation, but I can't quite crack what is causing this. One of the people from one of our plague doctors, he from the Enlightened Ward. He let me know about this thing called gold root. I'm currently working on growing some plants that have gold root in them to see if that would help and aid in more problems. Oh, thank you, my love.
While he's talking, Blue takes out a paper and writes down a bunch of paladin clerics are brainwashed.
But I say, don't laugh at my accent. But I say... Just because I'm speaking as if I'm a bit more intelligent and a bit higher quality than I am, it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. Blue writes down that the paladins are brainwashed.
Thank you, my love.
When they dispel magic on a paladin, they die.
Oh, they come up with a sudden case of death?
He writes down, yes, and people who dispel them also get hit with some sort of affliction to suffer. And you have to, pretty much use Revivify on them to make them not die. So taking all the diamonds.
That is quite interesting.
Plus, the affliction that the caster gets can be cured with diamond dust. So taking it away from the people.
I'll be right back.
That is fascinating. I never thought of something like that. I mean, that would be quite clever on their end. Well, I mean, there might be other places here in town that would sell these items, but I would be careful. I mean, people find out you're asking for it, You never know who might catch wind. It's an interesting predicament, but if there's anything else I can help you guys with, I do make various kinds of remedies and herbal concoctions and potions, of course.
Can you give me some examples of potions that would help in fights and junk?
Yeah, I mean, were you looking for some? You watch as he kind of goes behind the counter and he pulls up what kind of look like. You ever see the container, the kind of containers the milkman carries around that has like several bottles of milk in it, like the crates.
Yeah.
But as you watch as he pulls up a couple of crates, and you see that they're marked with various shades of red. Were you looking for something that will lightly heal you, something that will moderately heal you, something that will very heavily heal you? What stance against death do you want to go?
Less against, more cause. If you could have anything like that.
Oh, are you looking more for toxins?
Potions that would make someone stronger in a fight.
Oh, I think I might have just what you're looking for. Hold on one moment. And you watch as he goes behind the counter, and he kind of puts some of his healing potions back. Obviously, he's not going to leave it on the counter, but you watch as he comes back, and he comes back with a potion that looks both red and black.
Ooh.
This is, I believe, something that might be interest you. This is a potion of fire giant strength. It would physically increase your capabilities physically in a fight. It is one potion that is particularly difficult to make. You need pieces of a giant in order to make it. But it will above game, specifically with the potion of fire giant strength.
Raise your strength to 23.
Yep, it'll boost your strength up to 23. And it'll last, I believe it's just a minute.
I know I'm not the only one that uses strength, but mine is base 24, so it's useless to me.
I was gonna give it to Belwraith if he had
Change
all
it.
that.
When you drink this potion,
No,
your
no,
strength
no.
your strength score
Give it to
changes to
Alosa.
your strength score changes to 25 for an hour.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so give it to Alosa.
What's Belwraith's strength?
Wanderer.
He's dead.
Oh no!
Oh,
right in the middle of the
We lost
potion shop.
Wanderer.
Potion
Wait,
seller.
use the potion we just bought.
Potion seller. We're going into battle. We need your finest potions.
You cannot handle my finest potions.
Thank you for getting that joke, by the way. Thank you.
I knew the joke, I just didn't know the rest of it, because it's been a very long time.
Listen, I'm going into battle. I need your finest
Is
potions.
Wanderer muted, or did he pass out, or?
I don't think he passed out.
I doubt he passed out.
Stepped away.
I cast Revivify on Belwraith.
Okay, well, in that case, with him being gone, may I interject? Oh, his internet died.
No.
Great.
So wait,
He'll
can we
be
just
back.
talk for a quick second?
Okay.
Why is my potion of immortality and the potion of fight both gay? Winter, you want to explain that? to
Because
me?
it's great.
You know, I feel like I'm being attacked right now just because.
That isn't a question. You are.
I was say, well, I mean, when you look at both of the potions, how you as a potion maker could, a potion seller, could tell the difference is that certain colors.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Mine's a perfect rainbow. His has
Now
a
we
few
hear you.
colors mixed up.
His colors are more of the warmer colors are a bit brighter, and
Because-
the blues are a
Because
bit
yellow,
lower.
orange, red, green, blue.
No indigo though. Sorry, it's blue, not
Indigo
indigo.
isn't real.
Yeah, it is. Indigo is a real color. It's on the color spectrum.
No, it isn't. Shush.
According to people, it is.
So is
It's
violet.
technically how brown is just a dark. Dark. Yeah.
Okay, listen here. We are not talking color theory. We're not going to go over the various shades of green. Just-
Anyway,
Okay. Anyway, Belwraith, are you here?
Yes, I am.
What is your strength score?
My strength score is 15.
Okay, how much is the fire giant strength potion?
Potion of fire
25,
giant.
so only Belrith gain benefit from it.
It is a pretty powerful potion. It is hard to get your hands on. I would say probably the same realm, about 1,000 gold pieces. I'd be willing to let go.
Second thousand.
All right. You are making this potion seller's day. He is making a lot of money. All right, so you guys can add a potion of fire giant strength to your inventory.
Yay, and more.
Which by the way, this is a decent sized bottle. I just want to point out. Basically, this is like, you ever see the oh gosh, what is it called? You ever see like the very fancy perfume bottles that are pretty decent and so like hefty bottom but thin, but a thin neck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty decent size.
One of those.
Stuff to drink.
So, do you sell ingredients?
Yes, I do. What ingredients were you looking at?
Some more elven herbs. He's trying to buy the ingredients they used for the solar eclipse.
Let me take a look. Which is?
Cure for the lunar plague.
I see.
Didn't that take the lunar plague to make?
Mm-hmm.
No, it took the lunar plague to figure out how to make it.
Okay.
Let's see here. I don't seem to have much. I have enough for a single brew, but that seems to be all I have in stock at the moment.
A single brew is all I need.
In that case, because this is raw ingredients and not the potion itself, I would probably say about 250 gold.
Awesome. Now I'd like to sell you a potion.
Oh, what kind of potion were you looking to sell?
It's currently priceless, as it is the only one of its kind.
May I see it?
What are you doing?
He pulls out the solar eclipse. This is the one and only antidote that I know of to the lunar plague.
Oh, well, I'm gonna roll an alchemy check for him with advantage because he does know what this is.
Nope. He knows the lunar plague, not that.
Yeah, not the antidote, but he knows the lunar plague, and yeah, with a 17 plus his bonuses. You're kidding? You found an antidote for the lunar plague?
I made it.
He created it himself.
Oh, you must regale me. What kind of items did you, basically for the sake of brevity? He's gonna pick your brain on how you developed the cure and everything. Do you tell him?
The basics.
The basics, nothing too specific.
Yeah, he's got to keep a secret until it's.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
Patented.
that is fascinating. I never would have thought to check that. That's very clever of you.
While this is going
I'm
on,
something of a scientist myself.
Garnan, while this is going on.
like I said, Garnan hung back. He didn't go to the counter with the mans.
Okie dokie. Are you just looking around, or?
He is going to be looking around, sniffing flowers.
Absolutely.
If there's anything
You got
bad, per se, feel free to write for it.
Absolutely. Let me check real quick.
Bad.
He got high.
Oh,
He is absolutely touching them.
I need Garnan to roll a Constitution saving throw.
oh no.
Oh boy.
He is in fact getting high.
Let's see.
I would like to buy all of your stock of that.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh.
All right. You
Fair
are.
enough.
You go up to what appears to be like a vase-looking plant with a stem flower that is coming out with reddish colors. You kind of walk up and you sniff and you're like, oh, this smells okay. And you poke it, and you just hear a as you see a couple of spores below in your face. You with a natural 20, you immediately close your mouth and close your eyes.
Is there anything from Tuscadol around the region he used to live in?
Roll an investigation check.
All
Hey,
of it.
Isabella, I need your.
Okay, pretty damn good. Hold on, let me pull up my sheet.
Potion seller. I'm going into battle. I need your finest potions.
You can't handle
You
my-
said investigation?
Yep, investigation.
17.
You do recognize one plant amongst these. It appears to be a very wide-brimmed flower. But instead of having like your classic colors of like whites and blues, you're seeing that it has kind of more silver, a silver color with certain flecks of grays. This plant you would actually know, as it does grow in Tuscadol. It's not very common, but common amongst shamans to have. It's known as a twilight flower.
So it's something Garnet would be pretty well acquainted with.
Yes, something Garnet would know about, but it is something that for others it would be a nature check, and technically Henrik would have advantage on it because of the fact that he is an alchemist.
A twilight flower.
Yes, they are very common in Tuscadol.
Let's go ahead and hope that they don't turn into werewolves or vampires.
Of course, totally.
Because he's a flower child.
But turning back to the conversation with Henrik, the thing is that while this is absolutely phenomenal and quite the thing to accomplish, unfortunately I have nothing to offer. This is essentially priceless. If anything, I would probably recommend you go through the proper channels to get it licensed. So that way you would be marked and notarized for being the one to discover it. You could go through either the right you would go through the right connections in Westray, which would have it written in the logs specifically for you, or you could always check with the guilds in Starlam. But here Starlam is having its problems, unfortunately.
Westray just got attacked by demons, and Starlam's currently in the sky.
Oh my goodness! I hope things are okay in Westray if they are attacked by demons.
The housing market went sky high.
So
Wow!
It could have been
wow! In game, Stray, that's messed up. Out of game, nice.
better.
Sorry.
Out of game, nice.
So you know the Broken Skull fellas, right?
Oh, those nasty folk. Yes, I've heard of them. Fortunately, they've never come this far east, so I've never had to worry about them.
Well, do you want to sleep well at night, or do you want to know the truth?
He's gonna ponder that for a moment.
Actually, not knowing the truth might make you not sleep.
That's a tough one. The scientist in me wants to know. But the other part of me is telling me that being negligent of the situation might be safer in the long run.
Yeah.
But
You know,
go ahead.
yeah. Plausible deniability is a good thing.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Do you have
Nope, you go.
do you have any type of potions that would give people more how do I word this?
Willing to talk?
No, I'm trying to word temp HP into normal talk.
Oh.
I do know of some of potions you are speaking of, but I have none brewed at the moment. Something of that caliber would take time, unfortunately. It is quite popular mixed in drinks, though.
Yeah. Do you know of like ingredients? I think he could make some of them.
No, absolutely. It depends on the kind of you want. Obviously, if you lean more towards
Sleep well, Audrey.
Sleep well, Audrey. Let's see. If you lean more towards this direction, as he points to what, for the sake of brevity, more potions that would be used in healing potions. He'll basically explain that these ingredients would just be used to create healing potions, which technically Henrik has the capability of doing, but getting the ingredients necessary is costly, and also it takes time to brew it. Basically, you'd need to stay put for a while in order for potions to be made.
So no thanks for temp HP.
Basically, he does point out some stuff that you could use for temp HP, which appear to be more hardier vegetarian. Oh my gosh, you're eating the people? No, but I say hardier vegetation mixed with a more fake quality plants. So basically, he'll look at. Hold on a second. Let me go into my alchemy table. I'm getting good use out of this. God damn. I know. Sorry, about to say, but.
Welcome back, Belreef.
I just need 10 HP so I don't drop dead whenever I dispel someone. I mean, I could always use
If you
Death
have,
Ward.
if you mixed hardier vegetation, the roots of hardier vegetation, and if you want a decent amount of, if you want more decent temporary boosts, you would want to look into getting some Spriggan bark. I do have some in stock, but similarly, I only have enough for a single brew. It is a potion that does take time to make, unfortunately.
It's fine. Thanks for the information.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And of course, if you want any potions commissioned, all you have to do is send an inquiry here to the Timid Lily. I'd be more than happy to make potions for you.
Alright. Yarnan, go on with your question.
Garnet's not with you, but I had a question for Mr. Winter.
Yes.
The Twilight Flower, whatever the fuck you said it was called.
Yeah, it's Twilight, the Twilight Flower, yes.
Okay, I thought it was like Twilight Lily or something. Is it in like a small what's the word?
Vase?
No, not a vase. Like a tiny crop plot.
Yeah.
Is it in a crop plot or is it in like straight side of vase?
It is more of a. It appears to be growing inside of a. What are they called? But I say it is its own crop.
Planter?
Yeah, it's kind of like a planter, but I'm thinking old school. They used to use these like there were more clay made. They're clay made. But they're essentially planters. They would grow on their own. Basically, it's where we got the concept of pots from, like for growing plants. I don't remember what they're called offhand, but yeah, they do. It does have its own. It's not too big. For you, Garnan, it's probably like the size of your palm, so it's not like a huge plant to carry around. But it's a relatively nice looking flower that does grow very commonly in harsher soils.
Garnan is going to very, very carefully pick it up.
Absolutely. Easily done.
And he's going to move over to the counter.
Oh, you were looking at the Twilight Flower. Were you interested in purchasing it?
Yes, actually.
Well, we don't get them too often around here, but I have contacts to some of the tribes up in Tuscadal, so I can get a new one in no time. So, what do you say? What do you say to 15 gold pieces?
Wait, which tribes?
Oh, I do know there is a Goliath tribe that is up north.
Not talking about Goliaths.
Oh, were you referring? You're referring to Furbolgs.
My tribes.
How?
He's not in his disguise right now.
Yeah. He can see you. That's why he's like, oh, Furbolgs. Oh, let me think here. Let me take a look at my ledger. Let's see here.
I'm gonna take a look at my notes.
Absolutely.
I don't remember.
Oh,
We do have. The last time I got a Twilight plant, it was from the Vrillix tribe, but I did speak to a nice gentleman from the Teliri tribe, about a couple years ago.
You mean Hillary?
Yes, that's what it was.
This gentleman. Do you recall his name?
What was his name? Let's see here.
Jake.
I think it started with an E. I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember. All I know is that he was very interested in information where certain plants grow. Which is actually how I learned more about. I talked to him more about where I learned my alchemy from, and talked to him about Stalin. But that was quite some time ago, several years.
Wait. E. Ezrin?
That's the name. Oh, it's been not many furbolgs come south of
Mother
Tuscadel.
Fucker.
He was asking me some questions about certain plants and how certain plant life works, and also asking some alchemy questions. But it was quite intriguing. He makes a very enthralling conversation. He does know.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop you there with the compliments. Number one, that's my brother. Number two, he is one of the leaders of the Broken Skulls.
Ooh. Well, so sorry to hear that. I apologize. I hope nothing I told him helped him.
Well, I'm going to assume that it did. Anyway, not the reason I was asking. I was just curious. 15 gold, you said.
Yes, 15 gold.
Yeah, that's expensive for a flower, but it makes sense.
Oh, it's a very rare import. We don't get stuff from. We actually don't get things from up north very often. It's very nice to actually get some of the plant life from there. Tuscadel grows some variety of different flowers. It's just they grow more better in harsher environments.
Grow more better.
Shut the fuck up, Herma.
How about, since my compatriots have already purchased some items, and, you know, we're also kind of probably not the best friends with the church, I'll give you a platinum instead.
You know, I will allow this. I see no problems with that. Apologies if I may have assisted in any detriment to you. It was not intentional. It was just a gentleman asking questions.
Understood. Just don't mention us to, the church.
He lifts his hand up to his lips, and he moves them across, and you hear a zipper noise.
Nice.
What the fuck was that?
Prestidigitation, one of the best cantrips.
Agreed.
The noise.
Wait,
Useful
Winter.
cantrip.
Yes.
Winter. Did Blue see any magic come off of it?
Yes, you did.
Floating away?
Nope.
Okay.
The noise. What?
Oh, it's
Prestidigitation.
It's prestidigitation. It's a spell.
Not the spell. I know what the spell is.
It's the sound of a zipper. It's a zipper is something that is used on certain clothing. A lot of nobles like to use it, but it's not very common. Doing the metal crafting is quite difficult.
What the?
Behold, he unzips his pants and zips them back up.
Actually, just for a note, Garnan's viewpoints are not incorrect. Buttons are are typically the common way of which they pants and pantaloons of various
Zippers
kinds.
would be probably really rare.
Oh, very
for
rare.
Only the
Putting a zipper on your mouth be really painful.
Oh, it'd be quite painful. I imagine so.
To signify zipping your mouth shut.
Why would you want to do that? That sounds like a counter.
So no words.
Shut up.
It's
Okay.
not a hard concept to understand.
You're talking
I
to
mean,
me.
he's Garnan, so.
Hey,
Right,
can
I
say it.
forgot.
You
don't even know
Fuck
what
you.
the zipper is.
Anyway, here's a platinum.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your patronage.
Anyway, we should go before. Well, you guys need anything else?
No.
A drink.
I
can
mean,
make
I
them.
have alcohol. You can make them.
I said that as a joke, but okay.
If you are
It's never a joke with me.
otherwise, if you are looking for some beverages, you can always check out the Empty Harp. It's a very nice inn here.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
By the way, do you know of any places that might have diamonds or if your place was taken, those were probably also looted.
Well,
I can always check.
the places I would recommend, you could always check the. You can always. Long shot, you can always check with the Steel Herald, but the odds of that are very slim, as they do work directly with the church. But you could try the race. You could try the Razor's Tusks, though. While me and Jerome have a very mixed relationship, he does often to have a lot of knickknacks. He may just have some.
Right. The Razor. I was meant to go there. Where is it?
Oh, the Razor Tusks would be in the General Ward. It would be actually very close to the border between the Draconic Ward and the General Ward. You'd find it more towards the southwestern section. If you go across the border, just head south. You should find it pretty quickly.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Winter,
Yes.
can I roll to see if I can find any plants that would be good for poisons?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
He
Okay.
said he was selling toxins.
He does sell toxins. Roll an
I know. I was just
Roll me-
asking
roll
because
me an
I need to
investigation
roll
check.
to see if and not
I mean,
20.
Oh, it takes you kind of take a look at a couple of these and like immediately because of your background, because you're trained in a poisoner's kit, you notice 3 plants right off the bat that would be very dangerous if they were put into poisons.
Man, eating a lot of this would give me diarrhea.
I mean you're not wrong.
Not a fiber.
How much for these 3? He holds up. He gestured to the 3 that you said.
Oh, absolutely. If you were looking for some poison. Oh, I mean, are you looking for just direct poisons?
I prefer to make my own.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
says, kind of coyly. Coy?
Coy.
You know what I mean.
But I say in a coy manner. I understand.
Boy.
For them, well, these particular plants are not too difficult for me to get my hands on. I would say because of how much your friends purchased, I would say for the 3, I would say 35 gold pieces.
I will gladly do that deal.
Absolutely.
Where's my gold in here? Oh, inventory maybe? Hold on, I'm trying to...
You're flat broke because you gave me all your money.
No, I still have 500. I saved it, remember? How
Dang.
much did you say?
35.
Alright, my brain just shit on me. 9 minus 35, that's...
No.
Why is my brain just shutting down on me?
You said you had 500?
60.
Like, 590, actually.
590, so subtract 35, you're looking at 500.
55.
Yeah, 555 gold then.
Thank you.
400. Yeah, 500.
No, 500 because he had 590.
So 555.
And what are the name of these plants?
Okay, let me check my alchemy table.
No, it is. Thank you.
No problem. Hold on 1 second. I am using this a lot more than I thought I would.
Dysentery, insta-death, and that one just tastes bad. That's
Is that
its
like
name.
Oregon Trail?
Yeah.
What you find is the plants are you find a plant called Othur, which is Othur, distilled in the proper way. That is an inhalant.
So cover your mouth and nose.
You do see
Or just get good.
a plant known as a wyvern. Yes,
Wyvern?
wyvern.
Why?
Does it have wings?
No, it's named. It's named after its poison is acts very similarly to wyvern poison. How to say so? It's known as the wyvern. And last but not least, you do see Taggit. Taggit. Which, by the way, the wyvern is used on your blade. If you distill it and you put it on your blade, and you cut it into someone, they have a potential chance of being poisoned that way. And the Taggit is contact. It is a poison that if, say, you were wearing a glove, and you touch someone on the bare skin, they would have they'd have to make a check.
Give them a handshake.
Pretty much, actually.
It's a joy buzzer.
It's kind of like, oh god. So none of you guys are gonna get
Jokers.
this. None of you guys are gonna get this reference. It's kind of like being a mystical vampire hunter who wears gloves that have been soaked in holy water.
Mm.
It's it's from a show that Abby made me watch, but it was very clever in some of its concepts. But moving on.
I watched it and I loved it, but meh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, surprisingly, it was a lot darker than I expected, and I'm like, this is actually kind of good. Like, shit. But anyways, so yes, Taggart is a contact poison. Wyvern is a injury-based poison, so you need to like be able to inject it into someone, or even a wound,
or cut it into them.
And Othar Othar can be distilled into an inhalant. So basically, if you put it in someone's face, kind of like a alcohol rag.
Oh, okay. Or possibly a gas poison. Like if I made a gas
you
bomb.
can pull like the bitches in Game of Thrones did and kiss with it on your lips.
That is true. That is very true.
Oh.
Or like,
yeah.
or another example would be another example would be like the Devil's Breath from Spider-Man.
Oh, cool.
You know, breathing it in is very dangerous.
Or chloroform.
Yep, chloroform. That's another good way to do it.
That was obvious.
Oh, right. We're going for the hard ones, like.
Thanks for grabbing the low-hanging fruit.
Oh, chlorine gas.
Anything else you guys want to get from here, or are you guys done with the Timid Lily?
How long have we been here? Like an hour?
Yeah.
We're moving on.
You guys are making me have good use of my alchemy table. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Fuck you.
Normally I wouldn't have done that because just figured. You know
Hey.
what? I need poisons.
Listen,
Maybe something special might help us.
listen. I created this alchemy table specifically for Herma and his character, but if I can use it for you and your character, the various different kinds of poisons, I'm fucking gonna use it.
Yeah.
So fun, dude.
So, where do you guys? Where else would you like to go, and what else would you like to do?
Y'all, when I was messaging our friends outside, White Feather told me to go to the Razor's Tusk and tell the guy who owns it that White Feather needs a favor if we ever need any materials. And since we need materials, I guess it's a good time.
Agreed.
All right. So you guys start making your way back to the general ward.
Yeah.
All right. The guards let you through, no problem. As you are leaving the Draconic Ward, you guys re-enter the general ward. You walk in, and there's a bit of an air of you ever walk into a place that you feel like someone's watching you?
Yeah.
We are being watched.
That's
It's
kind
fine.
of the sensation you're getting.
No, not really, because I don't leave the house.
Fair enough.
Well, that's cheating.
I mean, I feel it all the time. I mean, Wanderer's always watching me, and it's very uncomfortable sometimes.
I
gonna say
hate
you were
that
schizophrenic.
feeling like someone's watching.
Shh. Blue's a bard. He loves that feeling.
Yeah, fair.
Well,
Just
I
knows
mean,
he's doing something right.
I'm a rogue.
So my goal is to not
Yeah.
be watched.
Exactly.
But as you guys walk in, you can't help but feel like you're being watched.
I mean, we probably are. Blue's just that handsome.
Exactly.
But you guys follow the instructions that McCarmel gave you?
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't take you very long until you get to this kind of shifty-looking building. It doesn't look that big. It kind of looks more like a shack, like that someone turned into a house. But you do see a sign that appears to be in the face of a board that says the Razor's Tusks.
Alright.
Oh my fucking god, we're stupid.
Why do you say that?
The razors.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a fucking idiot. How did I not put that together sooner?
Same.
Because it's too obvious.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's too obvious.
But you guys walk in, and what you see when you walk in is not quite what you expected. As you walk in the door, the place actually looks bigger on the inside than it does the outside. Which, not to get too into detail, I always believed that was bullshit. I'm like, there's no way it could be bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Until I went into a house where it was fucking huge on the inside, but so small on the outside.
I have seen a few places like that.
But it is lined with a bunch of different items. Like, you are seeing weapons, you are seeing trinkets and knickknacks, you are seeing, like, potions, cruder in quality in comparison to the potion seller. But you are... Potion seller. Listen, I'm going into battle, and I need your finest potions. But it's a variety of items. Like, it is a mishmash of various items. Which Belwraith, you would know this place. The church doesn't like this place. It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. You can find some good items here from time to time. But as far as like,
for a second, where are we? Sorry.
You are currently at the Razor's Tusks.
Which is?
The Razor's Tusk mainly acts as a blacksmith. They do make various different items, both weaponry, armor, and trinkets. But they do sell various other items as well. It's kind of like going to a sleazy pawn shop, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where's the blacksmith?
I will murder your face, bonk. But you would know. Belwraith, that is owned by a human by the same name, Jerome Gustav.
Gustav.
Yeah,
No man with the last name Gustav is a good guy.
I assume I don't have much of a history with them.
No, the church often tells people not to go there. Like, there are obviously paladins, and there are even some cardinals that will come here from time to time. They do sell some interesting items, and even their weaponry can be quite useful. But, I mean, when you have the Steel Herald, who's a really good blacksmith, what reason do you have to go to a blacksmith that's a little bit more on the sleazy side?
Because it's fun.
And I mean, and if you needed like nails or like building materials, you would just go to the Puzzled Golem, which is the place where like most people buy their stuff from, like the common folk. Yeah, that is the name of the shop, the Puzzled Golem.
Just fused rock.
It's owned by a lizard folk person. But you walk in and you do see a guy, about to say he looks a bit older, probably in his like late 30s or early 40s. He has a bit of a receding hairline, but he does have his hair slicked backwards. Black hair, about 5'7". Well, hello there. Welcome to the Razor's Tusks. How can I help you today?
I like how eccentric this guy is. Hey there, what's your name?
Oh, the name is Jerome. A pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. Listen, Jerome, me and my friends need some help, and I was told by a lady that you can provide it for us.
Oh, well, I mean, there are plenty of ladies who would tell you to come to my shop. The Razor's Tusk is obviously a top-quality blacksmith. Were you looking for weapons or armor? Were you looking for trinkets of any kind? I do also sell these very special potions that help in the bedroom, if you know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah. Quite, yeah,
Surprised Hedrick didn't try to buy any of those.
He can make them.
Good point.
So, we were sent here by our friend, White Feather.
As soon as you say that, you see him kind of stiffen. Oh! Right, Miss Feather sent you. Oh, well, I mean, how is she?
She's...
Something tells me you're nervous.
Me nervous. Pshaw, you mustn't. You obviously don't know me. I would never be.
Garnet just looks at him. White feather.
You see him kind of cringe, like he Excalibur faces.
Yeah, you're nervous.
How is she?
Stressed with the whole, broken skulls thing, but she's
And
going
very
fine.
single.
But alive.
But alive.
Shit.
Hey, she's a good friend of ours.
Well, okay.
Well,
I
objective.
apologize. Listen, okay. We have a very stressful relationship with Miss Feather, but I assume she has come to collect on her debt. All right, fair enough. So I assume you want to see some of the backroom items.
Yes, please.
All right, come with me. And you watch as he.
Thank you.
You watch as he goes up to where the. So he met you guys on the floor. He wasn't behind his counter, but you watch as he goes up to the counter. You watch as he goes. And you watch as the counter folds downwards, and as the counter hits the floor, you watch as a door pops up. Come with me, and you watch as he opens it. Which for you, Blue, immediately after he did that, you saw a lot of magic just kind of happen there. A mixture of enchantment and conjuration.
Is it going out the door?
He opens the door, and you watch as you look into the door. It is oozing conjuration magic. It kind of hurts to look at it.
I meant, is it flowing to the church?
No. It does not, apparently.
Good. Okay.
Well, are you coming or not? I can't hold this door open forever. I could, but I'd rather not.
Fair enough.
And you're
I don't
strong
believe you.
enough to do it.
So now I ask the guy, you guys go through?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
Garnet's
short...
gonna.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Garnet's gonna wait a little longer to see if he can hold up.
You watch as everybody else goes through, no problem. The door's still open. Are you coming?
Are you still holding it?
Yes. You can plainly see that I am.
Is he?
Yes, he actually is. Very annoyedly, but he is.
Hold on, just let me enjoy this a little bit longer.
And my stream